Okay.
There we go. Hi, everyone. This is Kristen. I'm part of Team Rad, and I've got the delightful Jason and June with. They were two guests who traveled with us on our Thailand adventure of a lifetime earlier this year. It was our first international travel experience in 2023, and they've agreed so kindly to come in and share. I've got 8 easy, fun interview questions just to share the love and learnings and all the juicy and delicious things that Robert so graciously shares with everyone that he works with. So June and Jason, welcome to our world again. And thank you for joining us from New York. Your views are fantastic, the ones that you showed me earlier. So the first question I want to ask both of you is just how did you first come across Robert and his company, the Red Naughty Research Institute? Where did you meet?
We met at Tony Robbins, right?
Mm-hmm. Fiji.
Oh, yeah, we met in Fiji.
So it was in Fiji. I was wondering if it was the Tony Robbins collective. There's plenty Tony Robbins fans. I'm one of them myself.
In 2017, we were in Fiji.
Okay.
Robert was handing out his little buttons. He was very memorable.
Love buttons.
The love buttons. Oh, we get so many requests just recently on them as well. And I can share that we're busy doing a brand new website for him, and he'll have the link for anyone else who wants the love buttons to purchase. It's all for a generous nonprofit cause. It's really it's a good way to spread the love, right? Yeah. Then question 2 for you was, what led you to book your transformational adventure in Thailand with Robert? Like, were you looking to resolve any challenges at the time? Or were you coming from a place of inspiration and you just wanted to advance your self-mastery and self-awareness?
Well, for me, Robert really, I felt a connection to him because he had such a good energy in Fiji. We liked that, and we liked watching his Facebook pages, and he was going to all these fantastic places doing fantastic things. And also, we have a very open policy in our house, and we have actors coming in and out of our house. And this one friend, his mother, brought in a book, and it was like nothing that I was really looking at. And I set it down. And then we heard about the trip of the Joe Dispenza information that Robert was going to give. And I was looking to get it through the library, the book that he recommended. And I walked by where this book had been that was given to me, and it was the Joe Dispenza book. So I was able to read it. I didn't even know that I had it. And that was really fascinating to me, and I wanted to learn more about it. And so those were some of the reasons why I was interested.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No coincidences.
No, there isn't. I was just thinking miracles and synchronicities abound. Yay.
Plus June had lived in Thailand for 3 years. It was on our bucket list too.
Yeah.
So it was the perfect match of learning about Joe Dispenza's teaching, seeing Robert again, revisiting Thailand.
Wow, the perfect trifecta, actually. As you know, I'm a fan of Thailand myself. It's been too long since I've been there, but that's amazing. And I agree with you, Jason. There's just no coincidences, right? Yay. All right. Well, the third question I wanted to ask you was, do you feel that the environment, so the tour itself and your fellow participants on tour, helped you soak in the teachings of that 5-day Dr. Joe course, the training program, change your mind, create new results? Did you think the environment complemented everything and your whatever you soaked in?
Absolutely, right.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was on board, and everybody was contributing.
Lovely group of people.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and we're still friends with like everybody that we toured with.
That's amazing. That's good to hear. Thank you. And question 4. So how has Robert's guidance as the leader, trainer, and facilitator helped you reach your personal goals or business goals since then?
Oh my goodness. Robert has such a great presence, and his presentation was amazing. He wasn't coming on way too overbearing or anything like that. It was just perfect. The information that he was giving us, his pacing, um, and his guidance during group discussions. I was just floored about how well he did.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did
And
a
for
great
you,
job.
you
He did a great job, and the environment and the people, they were all great.
oh, that's amazing to hear. Thank
Yeah.
you. And do you have any examples to share, if any, of how working with the Red 90 research team went the extra mile for you? It could have been on tour, it could have been before the booking or during or post tour. Just if you felt that somewhere along the way.
All had like the tools, and he gave us the books, the workbooks to take home with us and continue to review. And
We
we
were pretty
continued
good.
to meditate.
Yeah, and the meditation, it was spot on. It had the sounds that were included in the meditation. Of course, Joe was talking, but it really brought me down to a level where I could feel a, that sense of peace that we're always seeking. And also, we had an event in our lives where we needed so badly all the information that we had learned during the tour. It was just perfect. The idea of changing our attitudes
Yeah.
to finding a different way of handling our situation. We had a fire in our and
We had a bad house fire, so we're living in a rental right now.
Oh, wow.
We're out of our house for a year. So,
Oh, no, a year.
yeah, yeah.
and we
Oh,
had lots of challenges during that time, and so to be able to, instead of looking at things and being totally overwhelmed, we could say change. What are we seeing here that we can be positive about? Let's move forward, let's not move back.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see all the wonderful things that are
Yes.
happening with this
oh.
experience.
That's incredible. And I'm sorry about the house fire, but I'm glad you two are safe and in
Yeah.
your rental for a year. And you're so right about how it's not really flipping the switch, it's about changing our perspectives, and how often that helps ease a situation when life continues to do life as it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so what was each of your biggest transformational takeaways for life or business that you learned from your experience with Robert? Like, if there was one thing that you could say that was your biggest aha moment.
Well, for me, the thing that I try to keep foremost in my mind is that um, the neurons, as long as you are making positive thoughts, then those positive pathways are stronger. And as soon as you start going in a negative uh, path, then you're strengthening those. And I want to always stay in that positive path to make my life to have the attitudes that would propel me in the proper direction to having a more fulfilled life.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fascinating about the neuro connections and how you can kind of undo the old negative ones and create new neural pathways. It was fascinating.
It's incredible. I actually heard I think it was Will Smith once, talk about neural messaging pathways and how powerful they can be. And once we get that visual in our minds about which ones are we busy cementing, like, the
Yeah.
more positive and the new ones, are we overriding the old? It is so fascinating. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And then last question. What would you say to anyone who's currently sitting on the fence about signing up for a transformational workshop, retreat, or even another international experience with Robert and Team Rad?
I would say definitely go, because it was the trip of a lifetime. We had such an amazing trip together.
Mm-hmm. All the
Fantastic.
experiences together created a environment in which that we could experience our lives in new ways, with given the information that we had. So it was really perfect, and the people were also encouraging in all of those ways, and being very accepting, which helps. There's no fear of being rejected. You didn't feel that at all. You felt the love from everyone.
Yeah, and we've already sent someone to the last trip. So
Oh, did you? Who was it? Yay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much, June and Jason, for joining us in our first ever StreamYard studio on Robert's new YouTube channel. And I'm super excited, and I feel very blessed for having met you both in person in this way. And
Aw,
thank you for creating the space.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to end the broadcast now.
Okay, bye bye.